This Soviet tank crewman was burned to a crisp, but when he was found, he was still holding his combat stance. Soldiers quickly rushed him to a field hospital. Doctors examined him and found that almost his entire body was covered in burns. They concluded that he wouldn't survive for more than 2 hours. But what no one expected was that this tank crewman not only survived, but after just 1 month, his body almost fully recovered. Unfortunately, the tank crewman had lost his memory, only recalling that he was a tank soldier. His superiors checked the records and found his name, Ivan. Although Ivan Shoulby been sent to the rear to recover, the pressure on the front lines was too intense. The officers had no choice but to send him back into battle. On the way to the front lines, they came across a train stopped on the tracks. Everyone went silent as they looked at it, because the train was loaded with wrecked Soviet tanks destroyed by the Germans. But Ivan walked forward and began touching the wreckage. An officer approached and asked Ivan what he was doing. Ivan replied that he was listening to the tanks' voices. Then Ivan pointed to one of the wrecked tanks and said, "This one was destroyed by the White Tiger, just like mine." The officer thought Ivan had lost his mind, because there had indeed been recent sightings of a mysterious White Tiger tank. It always appeared shrouded in mist, destroyed all Soviet tanks in its path, and then vanished without a trace. The Soviet High Command was deeply troubled by it. In response to the White Tiger, the Soviets fully upgraded a T-34 tank, and selected 3 of their best tank crewmen. Ivan, with his exceptional skills, was made commander of the tank. However, the Soviet officers doubted their abilities, so they challenged them to hit a target 600 meters away with 2 shots. The 3 men sprang into action, and with just 1 shot, they hit the target dead on. The officer was impressed and satisfied with their performance. Soon after, the White Tiger tank reappeared, destroying 5 Soviet tanks in quick succession. By the time Ivan and his crew arrived, the White Tiger had once again mysteriously vanished. The Soviets searched the entire forest thoroughly, but they couldn't find any trace of it. Yet Ivan claimed that the tank was still hiding somewhere in the woods. But soon, Ivan came up with a plan to deal with the White Tiger.